Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in for our instant match reaction. If you're new around here, want to keep up to date with all your fellow Reds around the world, make sure you do hit that subscribe button down below. Click the follow button, whatever platform you are on social media. Make sure you do get a comment in the comment section below on tonight's show. It's going to be a jam-packed show. Make sure every single one of your comments are getting read out. But welcome, Reds. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button, as I said. But it was a deeply disappointing performance from both teams. Obviously, Liverpool, we wanted to come into this game really gung-ho, get at them right away. But Manchester United and Liverpool in the final third of the pitches for both sides, deeply disappointing. Thiago and Alisson and Fabinho for Liverpool tonight really were their best players, and that just says everything about the game really. Thiago really dictated the play in the first 20 to 35 minutes really, and then Liverpool were just struggling when they got into the edge of the box in the Manchester United area. Really clinical from both sides. Rashford, who was caught offside about 7 to 8 times throughout the whole of that game. Liverpool wanting to play that high line, but playing Jordan Henderson yet again. Liverpool have to address this. I know Jurgen Klopp and everyone's talked about it. Liverpool need to go. I feel they still need to go and buy a centre-back in this window, because if not be and Virgil van Dijk does come back and Joe Gomez, we're not too sure on the correct time frame, but it's stifling Liverpool's attacking play. Especially you watch Trent tonight, and yes, he's got Henderson. He's a bit worried to bomb him down that right-hand side, but you can see the cautiousness of Trent playing right back and Robbo playing left back. You know they're not playing alongside the likes of Van Dijk and Gomez, who are very adept really to playing a high line, allowing that. And Fabinho, thank God we've got Fabinho playing centre-back in the form in which he showed tonight. Because I tell you, if we didn't have Fabinho over the last couple of weeks, we could be looking at a lot more drop points, really. Fabinho tonight, phenomenal. Yet again, he was always in the right place at the right time. But we shouldn't be having to play midfielders in the heart of our defence at the end of the day. Fabinho, we've seen how pivotal he can be in that midfield. I want to be playing alongside Thiago Alcantara in that midfield, allowing Thiago to bomb forwards, allowing Henderson to cover for the likes of Trent or Robbo like they did last season. And tonight, the flow of Liverpool's attacking play was all over the place, like it has been over the last couple of weeks. And really, Liverpool it's playing through this rut of games. And Jurgen Klopp, they will be doing that in the coming weeks anyway. But it absolutely frustrates me tonight that Liverpool we got into the positions tonight, and yet again, we weren't as clinical as we have been over the last couple of months anyway. But let's get through to all your comments as well. John, greetings, Jack. Hope you're well. Hope you're keeping safe and well, John, and every single one of you around the world looking after one another. Shout out to all the key workers, NHS staff, and everything around the world. Absolute legends, real heroes. Seamus, even Jack, Shay, and John, everyone, make sure you do get your comments in. Who were your players at tonight, really? What really got on your nerves watching that Liverpool performance tonight? Was it the attacking wide play? Was it? I felt Shaqiri. I think Jurgen Klopp bringing Shaqiri on. I thought we would have went with a 4-2-3-1. I think the formation did look like that. And Shaqiri, he tried his absolute best. But United tonight, as it has been over the last couple of seasons, when you have come to Anfield, I know we won 2-0 last season. I would have took a Divock Origi last-minute winner, but he couldn't quite save the day tonight, could he? Disappointing from Shea. Disappointing. Attack again. Firmino and Salah are not at their game. It's worrying. Shay, it's very interesting that you do say that, mate. It's frustrating. I think if you want to get the best out of Bobby and the best out of Mane and Salah as well, we've seen how pivotal our wing backs were last season, or obviously the season before last. Trent, he's getting into those positions. He's not venturing over the halfway line. So Liverpool's attack and play down that right-hand side. Salah is really more or less having, like he was against tonight, the amount of times he's played against Shaw, that Manchester United sit behind the ball. And Trent usually does like to go overlap or get in between the inside running. But Trent tonight, yet it like it has been over the last couple of weeks, he's really struggled because he's not got Van Dijk and Gomez. He knows if he goes forward, he's leaving Henderson isolated, who Henderson, he's not mobile enough really to compare against the likes of Marcus Rashford, Martial as well. So United's game plan, like I said at the top of the show, was to get in behind Liverpool. If you were going to play a high line Liverpool, I'm lucky enough we didn't play such a high line tonight, but Fabinho and Henderson give him credit tonight. He's not a centre-back, but he played very well in a position that he's not a centre-back. But this the times that we do find ourselves in. It was a game that we missed the likes of Jota as well, but we need Fabinho back into that midfield, everyone. John, 361 minutes since Liverpool last scored a goal. It's almost a month now since we've last won a Premier League match. Really disappointing at home. No signings. Also, that was a really what has really happened to us, John. It's up to Jurgen Klopp and the lads on the pitch. You will, like we've been speaking on the channel on all the videos, mate. Every single one of us, our attack is not clicking at the minute. We will play through this current vein of form. It's only a matter of time. We do see Liverpool's. I would have liked to have seen Minamino come on. I know he's not going to do amazing in the little cameo in which he does have, but I think Minamino needs to get put in back into that Liverpool starting lineup anyway, because we've seen like it was when we played Crystal Palace, we absolutely battered them with Minamino, and that was the best that I've seen Salah and Mane play in the last couple of weeks anyway. I want Minamino to really start in the next game, everyone. Fabinho, world-class. Zuki, it's absolutely fantastic, mate. He is world-class. Zuki, are you like me? Do you want him just to play in his best position, which is central defensive midfield? Like, I want him to just play in midfield, mate, because tonight you could see, and like it was last season when we played Manchester United, Fabinho, when we have played at home, last season, Fabinho was getting that ball in those central areas and really getting at teams, really. And he's got the ability and the vision, really, to get the ball over the top. And really, and Henderson, yet again, or if it is Gini Wijnaldum playing in that middle of the park anyway. Let's get to, do you think Bobby is done? No, no, I absolutely love Bobby. And it's not just Bobby, it's Liverpool as a whole, collectiveness, really. I'm not going to pick out an individual player. Bobby, he tried his absolute best tonight, really, but Liverpool's attacking play throughout the whole. You can talk about the right back, the left back, the midfield players as well. Thiago tried his absolute best, really, to get the ball and thread a lot of through balls. Anyway, Thiago was absolutely phenomenal tonight, mate. Shocking statistics in the last 4 games: 61 shots, 10 shots on target, minus 1 goal. Disjointed, if you ask me. What happened to the mentality monsters? Jean, I keep on saying, mate, as we've been speaking, we will get through this barren run of form. It's very weird to see Liverpool drop points against sides anyway. The attack needs... Gary, nice one, Gary, for getting your comments in. Absolute legend. The attack needs a bloody shake-up, Jack. It does, Gary. Gary, and everyone at home, let me know your thoughts. Would you start Minamino? Like we've said, against Crystal Palace, for me, I personally, we need to freshen something up, really change something, whether that's play a youngster or Phillips at the back, and put Fabinho. I tell you, as soon as we put Henderson back in midfield and we actually start a centre-back, Joel Matip, fingers crossed, we've wrapped them up in bubble wrap in the next coming days anyway, because we need defenders playing centre-back. As much how good Fabinho and Henderson played tonight, they're not centre-backs. We need a centre-back. So we absolutely do, mate. Yes, Fabinho's a world-class, but he do believe that he will thrive in midfield. He's not a luxury to buy Eder Militao on loan from Madrid, but it's a priority. We also, the only person who is seeing this, am I the only person that's seeing this? No, you're not, mate. And for me, I was watching that game tonight, like every single one of you around the world. I was frustrated. We shouldn't be playing Henderson centre-back. It's Liverpool Football Club. We've got the money. We need, if Jurgen Klopp wants to see, yes, we can talk about Upamecano being available, or Jurgen Klopp waiting for the right moments. But I tell you, if Liverpool don't act now, the title could be gone in the next 2 to 3 weeks. We've seen how tight Premier League races have been, if that's with Manchester, obviously with City over the last couple of seasons anyway. Yes, we dominated the league last season, but Liverpool could find themselves 4 points behind Manchester City if they do win their games in hand. And the run in which Liverpool are playing at the current minute, yeah, John, you spot on there, mate. Liverpool, whether that's Militao, whether that's whoever, Upamecano or whatever centre-back you want to throw into the mix, Liverpool really need to either trust Phillips or Williams at the back and just go, right, lads, there you go, and just play there. I trust you, Jurgen Klopp, but we should not be playing our club captain centre-back. No. Yes, he's done a fantastic job tonight, but the best that we see of Henderson is in the midfield. Really tonight, we needed him in the midfield. Williams needs to start, so at least we have one proper centre-back. Yeah, absolutely spot on there, Zuki. Evening, fella. Not the game I was expecting, especially at home. That's now 4 games without a win. We need to focus and get back to our winning ways. Sam, absolutely spot on. It's only a matter of time, really. The gears do start to click, mate. But Sam, absolutely spot on. Jurgen Klopp will have a good thing to himself, and I think after tonight's game, I think we'll have one more shot of Joel Matip. But if Joel Matip gets injured, I tell you, there will be question marks over this, and we don't know. We don't know how long time frame or time period. Klopp probably analysed the medical department and said, right, how long's Virgil van Dijk got? Is it 2 to 3 months or even longer? We know that the time period that was given all those months ago when you were both of them were injured, but they could be ahead of schedule. And I think if Liverpool don't look to buy in this market, it would be an indication that Gomez or Virgil van Dijk are potentially getting back a lot quicker than expected, but I don't think that will be the case. Spot on there, Sam. Shay, would it have been a risk today to have started either Phillips or Reece Williams and have Henderson in midfield? Shay, probably, mate, and it's only obviously hindsight. Hindsight is a very good thing, mate, isn't it? Liverpool, if they do start Phillips or Reece at the back, then after the game, you're probably like, yes, that's the inexperience from those two centre-backs. But I tell you, players are made in big games, like Trent was over the last couple of seasons when he has played Trent, when he made his breakthrough season over the last 2, 3, 4 seasons when he's been getting into this Liverpool side anyway. I remember Trent playing at Old Trafford, played against Rashford and Martial and got absolutely turned inside out by them. But Trent learned from that. And if Reece or Nat were to play in a big game against Manchester United like it was tonight and really get absolutely torn inside out, then after the game you can go, yeah, it was wrong to play them. But young players, they need big performances, and like we've seen in Champions League, mates, and obviously Nat, when he has played in the Premier League, he's played very well. But there must be something's going on behind closed doors that we do not know. And obviously, Jurgen Klopp and the scouting department know a lot more. But there must be something. Must have something up the sleeves, really. But I think playing Nat Phillips and that player at Real Madrid, Eder Militao. He has been rumoured, mate. Morgan, he's a very good player. Obviously, we've seen him when he was at Porto, I think. But he's evening all. Ginny, nice one, mate. Just want to say the ref is a joke. Yeah, spot on there, Ginny. And we'll get straight onto it. Nice one, Ginny. Absolutely spot on there. Like you reminded me. I've put it up there. Right. Allocated minute. Yeah. Everyone. So Liverpool still had 6 minutes to go in this half. Liverpool are on the attack. And that freeze frame, you're telling me that we still got it. Look, the ref's got his whistle in the mouth. Absolutely disastrous decision there, mate. And absolutely, don't get me started on that. But that would be it's the big talking point. But at the end of the day, Liverpool didn't do enough to win the game. I could go on for the whole night talking about that decision anyway. But absolutely spot on there, Ginny. Nice one for you getting your comments in, mate. The ref is the defense is okay. It's the forwards not doing their job. David, let me know, what is the attack doing wrong for you in your personal opinion? Let me know, is it the wide players, is it the runs that they're making, or is it the midfield connecting the attack? David, spot on comment there, mate, as always. Let me know, what would you what do you want to see in the coming weeks? Because it is Liverpool. The big games are going to be coming thick and fast. We've got so many big sides in the top 6 and 7 coming up. Obviously, Manchester United, and then got a couple of the big boys coming up after tonight's game anyway. But David, spot on there, mate. What would you change or what do you want to see in the coming weeks? But I feel, mate, from a personal point of view, it's the defence. In terms of their attacking play, we've seen, David, you watched Liverpool for years, mate, haven't you? And we've watched over the last couple of weeks and last 2 years mainly. Robbo, he had a great ball down the left-hand side tonight. And if it was Bobby or one of the attacking players anyway, couldn't quite get the right connection onto it. And Robbo and Trent, they need to be brought into the game a lot more. Liverpool's wing-backs are more or less sitting back a lot more. And when Liverpool do play our best football, it's through our fullbacks. And we all know that. What does Minamino have to do to get minutes on the field? When we saw Divock Origi come on, I was like, why not Minamino? Shay, as I said at the top of the show, mate, and I think a couple of you would agree, would you like to see Minamino put into the lineup? We've seen when he has played against Crystal Palace, just put, and that's, as David's just said, they need to freshen up a bit of the attacking play. Put Minamino up. We've seen the best out of Salah and Mane when we played against Crystal Palace over the last couple of weeks anyway. And that was when we see Minamino interchanging passing with getting the early opening goal against Crystal Palace. That's something that we've not seen over the last couple of weeks. Jota, please come back soon. Tom, I tell you, fingers crossed, mate. We don't know the time frame, but we've spoken about the defence missing players, and it's Jota. How many games this season prior to him getting injured, he was always getting the 2-1 last-minute winners, wasn't he? We need him back so much. I think we need a target man in the box. The amount of crosses that we took short again today, Shay, you're talking about plan Bs, mate. Divock Origi is Liverpool's plan B, but currently it's not working. I think we need to play I thought we played very well against 13 cheats and deserved to win. Mo was below his best anyway. Ginny, yeah, it's absolutely frustrating. I'm frustrated. You're frustrated. Quickly get up the team anyway. Obviously, Alisson played very well tonight, didn't he, Reds? Trent played very well defensively from a point of view. Would have liked to have seen him come down that right-hand side a lot more with Salah. But when you're playing the likes of Henderson and Fabinho centre-back, our left-back and right-back are really, they can't bomb on as much. Shaqiri playing in that 10 or out wide tonight. The forward line was very much interchanging. Thiago, absolutely fantastic display once again. But I want to see a midfield with either Gini, Thiago, and Fabinho. If you give Thiago more of a license in games, like you see the likes of Bruno Fernandes when he's playing against bottom of the table sides, not against the big boys. Yet again, question marks over Bruno Fernandes, yet again. But Thiago ran the show tonight, yet again. Gini Wijnaldum really struggled to get into the game tonight. Shaqiri tried his best really to get forward. Salah, Bobby, and Mane really struggled to just get in behind that Manchester United back line. In terms of stats-wise, as you can see there, Reds, Liverpool only registered yet again, as John mentioned at the top of the show in the comment section below. Frankly, that's not good enough. Chances created, 17 shots, with registering 3 shots on target. Manchester United had 34% of the ball, but they registered a lot more shots on target anyway. But yeah, we all know what the lads need to do, and the lads will come good eventually yet again, Reds. But I won't leave you any longer because that was absolutely frustrating. I was screaming at the telly because I was very frustrated, like every single one of yous were. But thank you very much, every single one of yous. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. Hopefully City do drop a couple of points tonight before their game, which would be lovely. But we go again, Reds. We continue supporting the Reds. Absolutely amazing. And the lads will turn it around. I'm fully confident. As soon as we get the likes of Jota, Henderson put back into midfield, Fabinho transition back into his best position, hold midfield role, Trent and Robbo, that's when we will see the best of Trent and Robbo going down the flanks anyway. But Reds, Sam, do you think we should be a warm-up for next week's game? You never know, mate, Sam. It's going to be a very difficult game next week as well, yet again. I want to see a midfield of Fabinho, Henson, Thiago so much. I literally dropping my favourite player anyway. Big up, lads. Ginny, thank you very much, every single one of you. If you're watching this after the video's been uploaded, Reds, you can rewind it, so if you have missed it. But I'm very interested in every single one of your comments. We'll be replying to every single one of them. Frustrating, Reds, isn't it? We wanted the last-minute winner from Divock Origi or something, but you can't win them all. And I tell you, the way in which United have played tonight, I think if we could have got 3 points, it would have been great. But we will. It's frustrating, absolutely frustrating. But yeah, Reds, have a lovely rest of your night. Enjoy your weekend. Look after one another. As again, shout out to all the key workers and NHS staff around the world. Anyway, you'll never walk alone, Reds. And thank you to every single one of you that is continuously tuning into the streams, watching the videos on replay. I really do appreciate it. And they're absolute legends for every single one of you that has hit that like button and subscribe. You'll never walk alone, Reds. See you tomorrow for another episode. Always get the hiccups at the last end of the show. Not the best way. But Reds, see you later. See you tomorrow for another episode.